just stand by. I'll come to you in a minute. We've got you down the line. You've logged on. And yes, I'm just speaking to, I do a podcast, a weekly podcast with Wayne Carey the Duck. And we've just stopped at Lee Creek. Lee Creek. We've driven around Lee Creek twice before we settled here to do this podcast. I can't say, where is the creek, incidentally?
There's no creek.
And Lee Creek is famous for, I think they mined at one stage 2.5 billion tonnes of coal here, didn't they?
They did.
And it was a hub. Alinta, the energy people, they don't mine coal anymore. Oh, no, we're wind farming and having turbines and decimating the countryside with solar panels. But yes, I'm coming. We're not on. Don't worry, we're not on, but we will be. So that's what I'm doing. We're doing the podcast, You Cannot Be Serious. And then I think, where are we going after
I don't know whether
this?
we'll go to Colby or Maree. Don't know.
Maree.
That's an hour and 20 way.
Okay, we're pushing north. We've gone through some heavy rain getting here, and for the first time I took a note of the flood marker levels on the highway. I thought, why would they put those there? And we've started to take notice of how deep the water is across the road, but nothing perilous that the tug and the van, the essential van and the tug won't get through.
Radio. Right in the middle of nowhere, look at that. What are you doing?
Well, that's full of water, but that's all right.
Is that the plug?
No, that
Try the plug.
when you pull that out, that seals it off, but that's full of water because we were driving through the rain. It's this trying to stop the red dust getting into that.
Oh. Someone said to put either, you can put some Glad wrap around it,
Yeah.
or you can put a plastic bag and then just put some tape or just some tape around it.
Yes, that's what I could do. Why don't I just put the tape around it?
That might
But
be an idea.
you can't do that.
Well, you've got to keep taking, you can only do it every day you go on the dust, isn't
Oh,
it?
is that right?
I reckon so.
Well, because the
Because
dust,
you've got to take it out off
the
and on.
dust gets it there. In there, the dust gets in.
It does get in.
Well, we'll have to work out, must be a better sealant than that.
Right.
Right. Now look, we've made it up from Lee Creek to a place called Copley. I said at Lee Creek, where is the creek? And they said, well, actually it's the creek at Copley because when they were mining 2.5 billion tonnes of coal, they moved the township from Copley down to what they call Lee Creek for the miners to live in. But the creek is actually at Copley. So we're at Copley and we're at a very charming picnic spot here. And this is the first time, because you can see we're in the singlets and we're down. This is the first time we've been able to cook outside, and the master chef here is now just going to take you through. Now this is the NCE induction. What?
Cooktop.
Yes, the master chef was doing it. If he needs any help, the master chef is doing the induction cooktop here, and he's steaming. And people say, "Oh, don't you eat anything other than sprouts?" Well, we do, but we like those. Pardon us for having a penchant. So we've got that there, and then come over here. And another small thing. It's not the fault of this. The power source here at Copley is just, but they haven't got the hamsters on the treadmill going quickly. So if we put both the induction plate on and the barbecue, it shorts it out. So we're going to have to cook this first, and then look at this. This is what we got at the caravan show. Now look at this. This is a seat that you can carry around. And look, you turn it around like that. Just get it turned around like that. And look, you can sit down on it. It's like a shooting stick. And,
I'm glad it didn't fall down.
So am I. I'd never have got back up. So that's what we're doing. We're waiting for this just to get there, and then we'll leave it to simmer, and the steam will rise as I put this on. Look at this. This comes from, look at this. This is prime fillet cut from Ralph's Meats.
Smeatsies.
Ralph's Meats at the South Melbourne market. And look at this. I've taken the liberty of cutting it into strips there, but we're not ready to cook that yet. So when that's nearly cooked, we'll let it simmer. Then I'll transfer it over to here. We'll put the power on so we don't short everything out.
Again. Well, the TV's gone off because we shorted it out, so I've got to have to reset the whole
I know
TV
that, but
again.
that's not the fault of anything going on here. That's the fault of the...
Cow points. Do you know
that's
why
the
they've got the green bin around the water? You got the water hoses in here.
No.
She said so the horses don't turn them on.
There's horses here.
There must be brumbies walking around.
Hey, oh, that'll be interesting at night. If we hear... I'll
just think it's you.
Got a bit of a snore up there. Your bottom's gone to sleep. I can hear it snoring. Anyhow, so all on the flies have been up. Look at that. That's
come on.
the 5-second rule. If the flies are on it more than 5 seconds, don't eat it. So I'm just covering that up there. Now let's just have a look here. Look, I reckon there. Just let me just see.
You got carrots in there too.
Yeah, we've got everything here. Look,
Oh, broccoli.
I'm going to take this out here, and the master chef, the Michelin master chef, is just going to taste it. What?
Done.
Now, we're going to plug this in here.
Is it on?
Oh my word, it is. A friend of mine, can't mention his name, Mick Graps, says, don't you eat anything else besides sprouts? Mick. These are the source of iron, the source of goodness, the thing that makes us exist. And when I cook that and put a little bit of mustard on it, we'll sit maybe over at this barbecue table. Look here, this is at Copley. We'll sit
With all
there.
our friends.
Hey?
With all our friends.
Yeah, let's hope no one comes. And it'll be a winner. So that's where we're up to. You wait till I put that on the sizzler.
What happened? You've done a puffer valve.
The bloke had them on special at $15 at the caravan show. Now I know why. Oh, fuck.
I
buddy.
thought it would never last. Look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Hello, Earth. Engine room to bridge. Oh, look at that. Well, I got a good 4 minutes out of it anyhow. Jesus. Well, what we like to do is critique things that we use. I was going to critique this. I was going to say they're very clever. They don't even put a brand name on it. So that when it collapses, you can't say, never buy one of those ever. If you see one of those, don't buy it. They are...
They certainly gives another word to collapsible.
They are malformed. They are not manufactured properly, and that could have, if I hadn't been as fit as I am, I could have broken my back. That is shit, and never buy one of those ever. And they're so clever they don't say who makes them or where they come from. They're just here. Well, here we go here. The flies, it's who's going to eat it cook first, the flies. But look at that for beautiful meat, and that's beautiful meat, and here are the vegetables, and there's the van, and with us is life at Copley, which used to be Lee Creek, but it is Lee Creek, but Copley is the original township. Nice, isn't it?
Look at that.
Righto.
Beautiful.
Yeah.